I can't hear you.
I am live now.
You're on?
Yes.
Oh.
Hello, how's everyone going? Thank you for your patience. I'm a few minutes late. Basically was watching the news thing and stuff and nodded off actually. Yeah, so I hope everyone's going well. And oh, yeah, let's see. I have been keeping watch with the news here. Rachel Maddow had an interesting thing. She had a few things to say about Merrick Garland's DOJ. I suppose it is surprising that some things haven't been acted on. As she pointed out in an earlier story, they've only been there 4.5 months, and Merrick Garland even less because it took over a month to get him confirmed. So we'll have a look at, will he clean out the DOJ? Okay. This is Merrick Garland. He had reasons for holding back on that memo. Don't know why they announced that they were going to go forth with this Trump thing. Yes, there's been stories about an insider popping up inside the Trump org. You have to get my schedule started. Okay, so I am GMT +8. That's Greenwich Mean Time +8. So that means I'm 8 hours ahead of the dateline, the Greenwich Mean Time. You guys are minus if you're in the US. So if your time zone is a GMT -5, 8 + 5 is 13. I'm 13 hours ahead of you. If you're GMT -8, then I'm 16 hours ahead of you. So you add what you're minus and what I'm ahead, and that's how many hours ahead of you I am. So, yep. Okay. COVID-19 vaccine can magnetize people. Oh, that'd be cool. Hey, Bob, we're going to turn into giant magnets. Okay. Oh, I knew there was a powerful force that drew us together. Somebody mentioned the other day that I blush when you come into the room, which is so sweet. Well, it's lovely that you make it. It's lovely that he can make me blush. I can make him blush too. He goes creepy, 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 creepy. Hi, Flora. You're getting as much rain south of the river as we're getting north of it. So we've got Clarence, we've got Melinda Ducha, Uncover the News, Cartomancy, Flora. Yeah. So will they clean out the DOJ? There's a lot of issues that have to be dealt with. But as Rachel pointed out, Biden's only been in for 4.5 months, and Merrick Garland, it took over a month to get him confirmed. So, you know, he's had even less time. But yes, that does not mean she's not right in asking questions. Will these things be addressed? You know? Will US pressure Canada to open borders? They can pressure it, but they can't force. Why is Manchin and the other one stiffing S? I did a very good reading on Manchin and Cinema the other day, and it basically comes down to, with Manchin, he is a he's a Democrat out of time with his Democrat beliefs are probably more attuned to the 40s, 50s, when the Democrats were not at their best with regard to voting rights and things like that. But also with him and Cinema, there's also who they've taken money from in their campaigns, not being very wise. So Manchin especially is getting a lot of pressure. So basically that's why they're doing that. It's, you know, with Manchin, it's a combination, but also not being as diligent about who they took campaign funds from as they should have been. Hi, Em. I understand that there's a lot of wild weather happening over in Melbourne. Please stay safe. There's even going to be snow predicted for some areas in Queensland, which is inland areas, Stanhope and all, but still very, very rare. So, hi, Super Queen Bee. Yeah, we're getting a lot of rain with ours. Down south, Bunbury South, they've got a severe weather warning, but we are getting a lot of rain. Clearing out Lafayette Square, Trump claims exoneration. Well, he can claim it as he's like, but I'm going to have a look. Will they have another look at Lafayette Square? They're going to. Snow in Orange. Wow. Orange is outback New South Wales. Clarence, hi, 171 sign in. Yes, yeah, it's in New South Wales, Orange. It's in outback New South Wales, and it's a couple of hours drive from Sydney. Yeah, I did a reading on that. There's going to be efforts to get something started, but it's July when 45 people are going to try, and well, you know, there's going to be efforts to try and get something started all over the place. A lot of those efforts are going to be stopped preemptively, clamped down on. There might still be some kerfuffle, possibly around the White House, I'm thinking. Yeah, hi, Rondell Fredgate and Laidley. Yeah. Well, the girl reporting from Stanhope said it was 4 degrees centigrade there. So that's minus something Fahrenheit. Hi, Tiger Whiz Jones. I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you very much for joining us. So we've got Will Merrick Garland clean out the DOJ. Things seem to be slow. And yes, you know, I'm not saying that Rachel Maddow was wrong in pointing out these things. Of course, she was. Part of her job is to look at things that you know, questions that need to be answered. What's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? And so I know the reports are that they're going to keep the Trump thing going, but I can't see that. Oh, yeah. But you're not going to just immediately click a finger and get everything sorted out. So we'll have a look about what's going to happen with the DOJ. Hi, Mims. Now, I've just got to check on something. Yeah, he was handed a mess. It takes time. Not going to happen overnight. Okay. I'm very happy that New South Wales won the first State of Origin match last night. Yeah. So let's have a look. I don't know why people say that people in Hollywood who decide they consider running for office are gypsies or stupid or whatever. A lot of them are very smart people. A lot of them have degrees in stuff that you wouldn't even, you know. Alyssa Milano is considering running for office. They've gone and labelled her another Hollywood ditz. Go the Mighty Blues, exactly. Those of you in the US, you know, we have our National Rugby League, and we have the AFL as well, but I don't understand that game. Sorry, Flora. I grew up in rugby league country, and what we have every year is we have a series of 3 matches that are called State of Origin, because originally most players came from either Queensland or New South Wales. And it's... So I think I'm not quite sure how it works, whether it's where you were born, if you were born in Queensland or New South Wales, or if you played your first rugby league game in either Queensland or New South Wales. I can't remember how it works, but anyway, so players from the league that get picked to play in either Queensland if they're eligible or New South Wales, and It's 3 matches every year, and it's the 40th year this year. It's epic grudge matches, and New South Wales won the first 3 last night. So, will cruise ships cause more COVID outbreaks? I'll write that question down and cover the news. We should be getting into it, guys. So let's have a look. If you have any questions, write them down if you could in capitals, that would help. But let's get stuck into it. Will Merrick Garland clean out the DOJ? There is this getting, subpoenas for reporters' sources, and there is this issue of, not being addressed of the DOJ interfering for Trump's friends. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you were born and raised in New South Wales. What team do you support, Rodell? I am a St George Illawarra Dragon. I am from the Illawarra. And then the Rabbitohs for my dad. Will someone leave SCOTUS this year? That's a very interesting question. SCOTUS. Leave or more appointees? Queensland Reds, that is a rugby union game. That's a rugby union team. There's very similar, the games, rugby league and rugby union. Rugby union was around first. It is the original rugby game. But there are some differences in some things like there are some differences between the games, but they're both great games to watch. They really are. I enjoy catching up with the odd rugby union game as well. There are a couple of key differences in the way the games are played. That's all right. League and union. Will E. Jean Carroll triumph? Yep. Your Parramatta Eels, they're a good player. Both husbands are Dragons fan. Yep. Oh, Artie Beetson. Yes. He's so cool. Hi, Jack Morris. Well, I don't know about it. I haven't seen a lot of Friends. So anyway, will Merrick Garland clean out these messes with the DOJ? First thing I'm going to do is Universal Spirit. Okay. Just grounding myself a little bit here. Okay, you know, when sort of things seem a little bit out of whack. I was just feeling a little bit out of whack there. So, okay, so 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Now, yes, things are going to be addressed. But it's not as simple as snapping your fingers and getting it done. He needs to make sure he has everything in place before he goes ahead and does this. So as a result, some people are saying, you know, they're getting away with things, and, you know, and he's having to basically stand his ground there. But we've got the Ace of Swords too. He's getting to the heart of matters. He's a little bit more time is needed. It took me 3 goes to get my protection prayer right there. So yeah, things are a little bit out of whack. So Judgment. There is, people are putting forward it's going to just be more of the same. Why even bother to hope? But that's not the truth. They're going to cut through that. There are going to be things that they will be getting rid of some people. They will be getting rid of some people. There are a lot of things to address here. 7 of Cups, lots of choices, lots of things that need to be addressed. The rot goes a lot deeper, I think, than anybody realizes, and it's got to be, he's got to be able to say 100%, yeah, this is done. This is sorted. I think for every one person people assume is rotten to the core in the DOJ, there's at least another 2. There's another 2 that are flexible enough to look the other way, basically. So there's more people to clean out than you would think. Oh, hi, Sheila. How are you? Sheila from Inquisitive is here. Hi, Greta. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm reading. He will be addressing these things. But we've got the Judgment card here too, which is, you know, he's fully aware that he's being judged, and it means that he just doesn't have the time to stand up and defend every move he does or does not make. Things will happen. He's getting to the truth of things. It can take quite the sort of damage that was done to the DOJ over the past 4 years under over the past 4 years, and especially under bar, is not something that can be righted in a matter of 3 months, 3.5 months. It takes a lot longer, and it takes a lot of digging. I love Rachel Maddow, but I think she thinks that these things should be, yeah. Oh. That's very sweet of you, Mims. Let's or together just send out a wave of healing energy and prayers, not just to Mim's niece in her fight against COVID, but also to everybody who is fighting against COVID at the moment, okay? Sending out white healing light to all those, to Mim's niece and to all those who are suffering and fighting against COVID at the moment. And I'm sending out a burst of yellow positive light as well to bring positive energy to them to help aid in that. Hi. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Hi, Mimi Rose. Okay. So it's going to take time. I certainly patience is needed, you know. Rachel was highlighting also how it took the Biden administration 4.5 months to get a federal judge passed, which is normal, which is as it should be. And how the Trump administration crammed all these people in like record time into the judiciary. Why hasn't this been done? Well, again, it's a matter of time. Merrick Garland will clear out. Ooh. Is the power grid under threat of a cyber attack? Interesting news, interesting question, Uncover the News. But first I want to go back and cover a question that somebody asked. Will the DOJ continue in its stance of wanting to represent Trump? It was very surprising news. I don't know who announced it, but it was very preemptive. Yeah. Trumpsters are seeing it as a cause for celebration, but they're just, yeah, it's in the defamation case. I think that's not quite the case. Yes, he was in office when he made these things, but he, you know, it wasn't anything to do with policy or doing the job at hand. It was a case against him as a private citizen. That's not going to go anywhere. It is going to end up being thrown out of court. It's not going to go anywhere. Garland's got people working on it. Okay. Social Security raise, Clarence. Let's see. Is there going to be a raise in Social Security? Hi, Sweet Pea. Sweet 68P. Social Security. There is movement towards it and investigation into it. And talks about it. Increasing energy. Yeah, it is going to happen. It's still a little bit of ways, but I think they're still working on things on how to do it. Hi, Laura Carson. Hi, Lady Farley. So yeah, look, it will happen, but you have to be patient. Yes. Okay. So now, will you get another stimulus check? That's the other question that Clarence asked. Another stimulus check. Yeah, I do think so, but it will be the last one. It might not be as much as you were hoping for. Yeah, I think that people would have been hoping for more than they will get. So it's not going to be as much as they hoped for. But I do feel too it's going to be the last one. So, and I would be looking towards probably the end of the year. We've got a high priestess here, which is time-wise a little bit further in the future. Yeah, but it will be the last one. We've got the Ten of Swords, which to me is generally it's a no, but it's like at the end of a cycle and you might feel a little bit stabbed because you were hoping for more. And we've got the Seven of Swords there too, which means that, you might be feeling a little bit ripped off because you were hoping for more. But yes, there will be another one, but it's not going to be as much money as you were hoping for. And it will probably be the last one. Excuse me, guys. Hi, Kim King. Well, look, Ronald Reagan was an actor. He became first governor, then president. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California. Clint Eastwood was the mayor of, I can't remember the name at the moment. Sonny Bono was the mayor of Palm Springs and a senator. In the Ukraine, the very, very smart man who is the president now was an actor who played the president on Ukrainian television. Just because you're an actor doesn't mean you aren't smart. Christopher Guest, who is an actor and who is Jamie Lee Curtis's husband, he's actually in the House of Lords in England because he is a peer. So it's, I don't know if he's taken his seat in the House of Lords, but he is eligible to, I think. So, and Jamie Lee Curtis often, is present at English government things in her role as, a peer's wife. So it's Alyssa Milano has it's not like she's just popped up and said, oh, I'm going to do things in the public interest. She has been an advocate for many, many causes in the past. Jesse Ventura was a governor. Yeah, it is. If she's, I think, good luck to her. And, if she can make a difference, why not step up to the. Yep. She is a warrior, and she has been for many, many years on a lot of causes. Jamie Lee Curtis rocks. She really does. I loved her in True Lies. She was funny and tough and Okay, let's have a look. What's next on the list? Will the US pressure Canada to open its borders? It's always Hi, Good Samaritan. Lisa Kudrow from Friends has a degree, I think it's in biometrics or biomedical science. And of course, Mayim Balak from The Big Bang Theory, where she played a neuroscientist. She does have a degree in neuroscience. So the question was, will the US pressure Canada into opening its borders? There's certainly a push from the GOP for it. Insecurity. The Fool. Somebody's even introduced a bill, I understand, to force. I mean, how you can't force another country to open its borders to you. There are agreements and all that have to be we've got three major arcana down here, which is the Fool, the New Journey, Judgment, and the Hermit. On one side, we've got the Four of Pentacles, insecurity and keeping things close. The Emperor, also, it can also be a bit stability and legalities. And then we've got in the middle, we've got the Ten of Cups, the Death card, changes, and Six of Cups. What I'm getting is that they may open up, if they're not already open, on a little bit more with some trade. It's not going to be every stop that's going to be open. It's going to be more like going to open it up a little bit more for trade. And some business, but it's not going to be a free-for-all. Assessment. If they open it up as much as the GOP wants it open, there would be consequences. They're going to have to work some more with Canada on sorting out a way to free up flow, especially business-wise, so that agreements can be met. But it's still going to be, we've got families here. The changes that were made are not going to be able to affect people who want to go and see their family and all that, or holiday yet. They're going to be in place. Those restrictions are going to be in place for a while yet. They'll continue working on it, but there's going to be some level of faith, which is indicated by the Fool card. Is going to be involved in judgment, and there'll be assessment. So it's going to allow some things to start happening that haven't been, but it's not going to be back to, the free comings and going, not for a while. Families are still going to have to wait a while to be reunited, but there will be some opening up. Hi, Robin Arvin. Yeah. I bought myself a new mug yesterday. It's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. The Beatles. And I saw it and I thought, oh, that's mine. I mean, I like the Beatles, I like the music that they came out with and stuff like that. There's so much music from that era. I was born in 1966, even pre-50s and 60s, as I've said many times before, there's always music playing in my house, in our house, and my family home, and it was a big part. Okay, good night, Greta. So what's next? Val Demings launches 2022 campaign against Marco Rubio. Rubio. Okay, let's have a look from this far out. How will Val Demings defeat Marco Rubio? It's a way out yet, so we'll just go for a quick read on that. The Sun, Justice, King of Pentacles, and Justice. Yeah, she's got a very good chance of defeating him. Very good chance. So just using 3 cards, looking at this, we've got 2 major arcana here, Justice and the Sun. We've got the King of Pentacles, stability, yeah, very stable. She's going to have a very stable run, and she's got a very good chance. Yeah, from this far out, it looks like, yes, Val Demings will win. I'll be having a look at those races the closer we get to the elections as well. So I'll probably hold a few election specials, like from July onwards, and in each one we'll address different races. Okay. Francis Hernandez, hello. I love Rocky Horror Picture Show. Nancy T, hello. Okay, Lafayette Square. Now, Trump is claiming to be exonerated by that because the Inspector General who investigated it said, oh, they did nothing wrong. Oh, an ex-Tennessee governor to the of Jimmy Hoffa associate. Well, there you go. I did a reading on Jimmy Hoffa, didn't I? And sort of felt he was in Georgia or something like that. I can't quite remember. It was when I did my last mystery one. Yeah. Will it be looked at again? I think there's going to be a need. I think that Lafayette Square is, hi Bo Smith, hi Teresa Judy, is not going to rest. It's not going to lie down and disappear the way Trump wants it to. Lafayette Square. What's going to happen? Is it going to be investigated again? King of Cups. Biden is. Have a fresh look at it. 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Yeah, Biden is not prepared to let it. It was The Fool. All these are yes cards, by the way, and the Two of Wands. Looking at it again, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Death. So we've got 3 yeses and 3 no's here. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. If it's not looked at, it's going to set a precedent. To say, oh, he did nothing wrong, it's going to set a precedent. And Biden is really worried about that. And it would be a precedent that would be very, very hard to change. So he's very anxious about it. He's very anxious about it, you know. Setting a precedent, it would be very hard to get out of. And, you know, and if that precedent is set, it would be impossible to and we've got the Three of Cups. Definitely going to be support for another investigation. The Hermit. I do feel like it's going to be pushed to the back burner a little bit, but it's not going to be forgotten about. It is going to be looked at again because we've got the Sun as well. I do feel that Death card may be changes that will be made. I think there might even be a movement to make some changes. What was that favourite thing? Oh, under this I can do this, or not the Second Amendment or whatever that Trump used to say, oh, under this I can do this and that. They're going to be looking at some fundamental changes to that to make sure this sort of thing can never happen again. Trump is, Biden's not happy with that conclusion, and he's going to be, there is going to be another investigation. And I do think it may lead to some of the changes. What was that he kept saying? Oh, the stuff, this amendment gives me lots of power, tells me I can do whatever I like, that sort of thing. There's going to be some changes made there. There's going to be some clarification. Be patient, Laura Carlson. You can't. If you act too quickly to clear the rot out of a building, it can collapse. Be patient. The DOJ will be cleaned out. You've got to remember that it's been less than 4 months for Merrick Garland. There's a lot he has to go into. I actually did a reading right at the start of this, so if you go back, you'll have a look. Patience is going to be required. That doesn't mean that Rachel Maddow did not have a point in these things needing to be addressed. Just to remind them, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be looked at. It does take time. if you do the wrong thing in cleaning out, like if you're at a building and there's concrete cancer and you need to build it out, clear it out and do some more shoring. If you do the wrong thing, if you do it the wrong way, and if you rush it, you can risk the whole building coming down on top of you. So, yeah. Things will happen. What have I got next? So I've looked at Lafayette Square. Will it be looked at again? Yes, it will. Hi, Linda B. Cruise ships. Let's have a look at cruise ships. Cruise ships. Will they be breeding grounds for COVID? Nine of Cups. Yeah. I'd love to say no, but yes, there will always be a danger with regard to viruses of any sort. The thing is, even before COVID, if you went on a cruise, there was always a possibility that you could get sick from something. Flus would run rampant through them. My husband got sick on a cruise. He ended up with rheumatic fever. It didn't stop us from going on cruises, but it was they have every right to demand that people show they've been vaccinated before they hop on. Because if somebody hops on and hasn't been vaccinated, and even if somebody hops on who's an asymptomatic carrier and they don't know it, it'll go through the ship. If you and as they said with the vaccines, it doesn't guarantee you won't get it, but you'll get it a lot less. So yes, in those they're always going to be a bit of a hothouse for things. But there is going to be a crossroads in technology here. But yeah, there's lots of major arcana. We've got the Chariot, we've got the Lovers, we've got the Hermit. It's sort of the environment that viruses love, and it's non-laughing matter. So sorry, I just sort of like came out with a so. After we're through the worst of it, it's not going to, hi face painter, it's not going to make it, they're not going to be any more of a, well, there's always a slightly increased chance of you getting something. If so, yeah. Oh, you do not buy vaccine cards on ETSY on FT. Okay. Now, but European Parliament voted for vaccine passports for the EU. Look, I'm for passports. I mean, here in Australia, you get your first shot. Everyone has a Medicare number and stuff, and you can go onto MyGov, which is a central hub, and where you can then go to different services for like Social Security, Medicare, the ATO, and other things. And if you go onto MyGov and you go to Medicare and you hit on immunisations report, it's showing not only that I got my first vaccine jab and when, but the last time I got a flu jab. And you can print that up. It's not worth it getting a fake card. Good night, Mims. Thank you for joining us. What's next on the list? SCOTUS. Wow. What's going on with SCOTUS? Let's have a look. Will there be people leaving? Crazy cat lady Polly. Let's have a look. Okay, SCOTUS. Will there be people leaving SCOTUS? I've got Clarence Thomas went through my mind. Oh. I've got the 7 of Wands, the Magician, and the 5 of Swords. So that's a no. The 7 of Wands. Never quite sure about the 7 of Wands. Hang on there. Hi, Nancy Castiglione. Sorry. Oh, how is Tennessee? I hope it's going well. Yeah, 7 of Wands is a no. The Magician is a yes, and 5 of Wands is a no. Offer it doesn't want. 4 of Cups is a no. I think, yeah, no, 5 of Cups. 4 of Cups is maybe. The Emperor is a yes, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I do feel that there's going to be somebody leaving. I do feel it might be Thomas. Tell us why you shouldn't, you know, he's going to be called by other judges. You know, the activities of his wife has got a lot to do with this. Her abusing his position repeatedly. It's not the first time she's done stuff like that. Hi, Joji. Yes, it is a Supreme Court question. Is someone going to be leaving? Yeah, I have a feeling it might be Thomas. Yeah, I don't think. I think he's going to have to stand down. The other question I want to add is: Will Kavanaugh leave? King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 6 of Wands. That's all yes cards. Look at this on the bottom for Kavanaugh. A change you can't avoid, and a change he's not going to be able to reverse. So I just asked, will Kavanaugh leave? And I'm getting a yes here. He's very anxious about something. Yeah, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. And we've got Biden, anxiety, Wheel of Fortune. So we've got anxiety with the Nine of Swords, and then we got the Knight of Cups. That's Trump's appointee, but that's not why he's going to leave. Support. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, so there's definitely a change coming towards him. The Ace of Cups. Going to be something really, really emotional. We've got the Chariot, so there will be momentum, and this is something he's not really got a lot of control over. He paid people for their silence. You know how at the time they were hoping to find people to talk about this whole thing with Christine Blasey Ford and stuff, and they couldn't be found? He paid them. That's going to come out. Yeah, there's an investigation happening. Yeah, there it is. The offer of money. This is Roberts. There'll be consequences. For entertainment purposes only. Or he threatened and paid, witness intimidation, witness tampering. Ooh. A whip oil is trilling. Wow. I thought they were only over here in Australia. Are you in Australia, Joji? I don't think you are you? Oh, DeSantis. Is DeSantis going down? Let's have a look. Northeast Wisconsin. Oh, I thought whippables were only in Australia. Hi, Burn Robin Blank. Hi, Deborah Costro. Hello. Oh, normally I do this before now. I'm so late. Hi to everyone who's watching who's not on the chat. Normally I acknowledge you guys beforehand. I'm so sorry. Just got caught up. And also hello to everybody who joins in later and watches later. Thank you so much for your continued support and for continuing to press the video to watch it, and also press the like button too, guys. Yeah, that's Laurie from The Way of Positive Change. Is DeSantis covering up the numbers with the new variant? Okay. God, the highest truth and compassion, please help me find clarity inside. DeSantis. He is covering up numbers of COVID cases. Florida. The Delta variant of the Indian. Yep. What he's offering is false, so that's yes. It is a lot bigger and a lot faster than it's out of his control. Well, it's close to being out of control. It's like he's really struggling to keep the virus, at reasonable levels of strength. Strength, but this is deceptive. I'm getting, this is a yes card, but I'm getting she looks like she's rubbing the lion's under the chin, patting his head and slowly forcing his mouth closed. The only reason she can do that is what I'm getting is because the lion is letting her. So it looks like he's got it tamed. Thank you, Laura Carson, but he hasn't. This is false news. So it's a lot stronger than he's letting on. Oh, yeah. Emotional news. This is at the start, too, of a whole new thing. It's going to be spreading a lot faster. There's going to end up being investigations into this. He's going to be disappointed. They've got a lot of work ahead of them in order to got the Fool as the last card. So we've got the Page of Swords, disappointing news. Lots of work ahead. Then we've got the Page of Swords, the Fool on top of the investigative Knight of Wands and the Strength card, the Deceptive Strength card. He hasn't got the control over it that he seems like. He's not necessarily blackmailing them, Rondell. It's just that they're scared to go against his base, which is still pretty strong. Hey, Whippy! You can hear a dog down the road barking. Hi, Judy Malley. Hi, Judith Gash. Yeah. Are you off now, Uncovering News? Thank you, as always, for bringing us latest headlines and stuff. I really do appreciate that. So, yeah, a new journey for him. Going to lead him into. He's hoping fate will step in and help him. Oh, he's putting it all down. He's hoping that he'll be lucky. And, yeah, he's definitely covering things up. And it's going to come out. Remember, if you want a reading, you can email me at footprinttarot, or one word, at gmail.com. footprinttarot@gmail.com. And I can give you information. I posted on Facebook the other day that a couple of things I'm working on. One is a short course in tarot, basic tarot, and the other one is I'm looking at a series of seminars I'm hoping to set up and do. And I am also hoping to join the Nasty Women Tarot on their channel at some time soon. Hopefully we'll be able to sort that out. Yep. Hi, Gmail5. So DeSantis, is he going to, will there be a Democratic governor next year in Florida? Loss and regret. We've got on the bottom, we've got Biden there. King of Wands. The Page of Wands. Talk about actions. So if we've got the middle being DeSantis, consequences for his actions. Tower, big shake-up, big change. There is every possibility. We got the Magician. So what we got was, we got the Five of Cups, loss and regret. The King of Wands, steady, compassionate, reliable leader. The Page of Wands, an orator talking about actions. Okay. Then we've got the Seven of Cups, choices and gas. It's not always about gaslighting and lies. It can also be about choices. And it's going to be, okay. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles, which is an assessment, reap what you sow card. Okay. And then we've got the Tower, big shake up, big changes in Florida. Then we've got the Queen of Cups, almost full mature, almost back to maturity, almost back to stability, something that's needed. Then we've got the Magician. The Democrats will have everything they need to win this seat. Then we've got another Queen, the Queen of Pentacles. It could even be a female governor. Stability, resources. Stable, compassionate leader who brings about stability and is good with resources. Sorry. Yeah, I think that Florida could end up with a Democratic governor next year, and it could even be a woman. Yeah, not sure when that will happen yet. I've got to work it out with Lisa and Sharon, and 3 different time zones. So with me in Western Australia, Lisa in Kentucky, and Sharon in on Salt Island, Isle of Salt, just across from Vancouver Island. So yeah, but looking forward to doing it. Now, anyone else got some questions? You do? Well, What's your question, Fern Robin Blank? Thomas's wife. Now, I did a reading back on will there be a space coming up in the Supreme Court, and I got Thomas. So let's have a look at his wife. So, Justice Thomas's wife. I can do Aussie political questions, Em, yes. And who funded the Margonauts? Who's funding them? Yeah, that's an interesting question as well. Yeah. So, Clarence Thomas's wife. She's definitely very mercenary. She likes the lifestyle that comes with being who she is. She really, really put her husband in a very difficult position. She can't really be charged with anything as far as I know, paying for some buses. But yeah, she's really, her husband's been very patient with her. This is him. How will Biden react to Putin? Yeah, I can read that. Yeah. But he's been really patient with her, but he's just about had enough. He's just about had enough. And she is definitely going to regret what she did. She put him into a very, very difficult position, which is going to end. Hi, Shelby, Lisa. It's going to mean the end of his position. King of Swords. Resolution. Yeah, I said she's not going to get in trouble, but I could have been wrong because this is the card of the prosecutor. So she might at least be investigated with offering money towards these things, but there's going to be resolution there. But you know what? I do think that she might end up end of one journey, start of another. I think she and Clarence might be at an end. I think that her involvement in 1-6 was the last straw because he knows it's going to lead to him losing his job. Peter Dutton. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Rondell Fredgay. Could Peter Dutton, who is, yeah, he's an ex-federal copper. He's a politician over here. He's a member of the Labor Party. Could he end up as our Prime Minister? That would mean there would be a leadership spill and Scott Morrison would be turfed, or he'd turf Morrison just before the election and stuff. But if you're gonna turf someone out, you shouldn't do it just before the election. That's not a good way. It's not going to be the Justice Department. It's going to be somebody else. And they're not going to go for Thomas. They're going to go for Ginny Thomas, and it could be Washington, D.C. Peter Dutton, could he end up being our PM? Whew. Strategy. He might have some sort of strategy to work out. Ooh. Calling on Scott Morrison. Why shouldn't, you've stuffed this up. That's the vaccine rollout. I hark back to past. you know, for a while there we had rolling prime ministers, and it was mainly Labor, but Labor actually put a stop to that by introducing new party bylaws as to how much time had to pass before a leader could be challenged. Liberals haven't done that. Oh, we've got Strength, the King of Cups, and the Magician. He could do it, yeah. I always thought Julie Bishop would rock as a Prime Minister. And that doesn't mean I vote Liberal or anything. I'm what's called I'm a swinging voter. But here's the planning and strategy card again. We get away with it, emotional. You know, he could get away with it with a leadership spill. They might feel that he's, especially those of us who are over 50, have felt a bit betrayed by Scott Morrison taking away our choice of vaccine. And if you are over 50 and you don't want the AstraZeneca and want to wait until you can get the Pfizer vaccine, it's going to be next year before you can get vaccinated. And that's just, it's wrong, you know, to have our choices taken away from us. And that's a big backlash. Okay. How is, what was the question up here further? How will Biden react to Putin? Garlic around his neck. A pencil made out of ash nearby. Crucifix around his neck. How's that meeting going to go? How is that meeting going to go? I think that Ginny's going to be in trouble for some other things she's done too. That could be more at a state level or something. Even a local level. Hi, Michelle Mabel. Silver bullet. Now that's for werewolves. Patient. He's going to be patient because he wants to get some agreements into place. He doesn't need a stake, just a pencil made out of ash. That'll do. But no, we don't want things like that happening. He's going to demand the truth on a couple of things. Putin does not underestimate Biden at all. Biden will doing his work. He's doing a lot of prep for this meeting. Yes, there are some agreements. And he wants to get out of Putin. But again, he's going to demand the truth about certain things, repetitive things. About Trump. Okay, now, so we've got the Queen of Cups with the Eight of Cups on top, regaining a balance, being very patient, working hard on it to maintain a certain level of strength and autonomy in the relationship. There are deals he wants to happen. So we've got the Lovers, deals wants to happen. The Three of Pentacles, that again is working together in those groups. And we've got the King of Wands, shows strength and leadership and stability. And show renewal of stances, standing strong and renewing some stances against it. He's going to want the truth about the lies and deceptions with Trump. Whether he'll get it or not is another matter. But it's going to be, if you want certain things to happen, we need to know. Whether they'll get that or not is a different thing. But that's one of the things that's going to be coming up in that meeting. Putin does not underestimate Biden in any way. Anyone else got any questions? I've got the word Dan Andrews. The name Dan Andrews went through my mind just then. Is he okay? Dan Andrews is the Premier of the state of Victoria here in Australia. He's recently had a fall, and he's been a bit or even before that. So is he okay? Will he be okay? So it went through my head. Dan Andrews, ask about Dan Andrews. So last few weeks, he's the Deputy Premier has been stepping up with the daily briefings and things. Hierophant, Page, Pentacles. Yes, he is okay. He has recently had a fall, but he is talking to somebody, and there's deals, there's some debate. Got the Page of Pentacles and the Empress on top. His health. I do feel that fall he had may have been associated with some health issues that are relatively new. You know, the Empress can be about health, and he's got to make some changes. And he's talking to things, to people. This is about delegating things to people. The processes of government, that's why he's got a deputy and all that. He's had to step away from the processes. I think he might be coming up to a time where he has to make a decision about whether he's going to resign or not. Michaela Cash. She is, she Labor? That will get taken care of. I think he's just going to say it's going to get knocked down in more courts. He's going to leave the courts to lock that down for the moment. Merrick Garland, the E. Jean Garland thing, the E. Jean thing. He has other things that need addressing first. It will get addressed. Yeah, Michaela Cash is a Liberal. All right, okay. The FBI app. Don't know. Michaela Cash, hey? Is she the Deputy AG or she? Well, Christian Porter stepped down as AG. She's looking for support and talking to people. Page of Swords. She's digging out things on people. She's making deals. Oh, but she's got a bit of a tower coming up to her. I think she might be looking to be in on the topple Scott Morrison, but no, she's not going to have the support to do that. A tower. She's got a tower coming in, changes for her. She'll survive, but it's not going to go the way she wants it. Yeah. That will be taken care of. At the moment, he's like, the next court's going to knock it back and the next court's going to knock it back. But it will be stopped, just not sure when. Yeah, there's a lot. She did bring up a lot that still has to be addressed, but you've got to remember, his confirmation was delayed for well over a month after Biden was inaugurated. Biden's only been in for 4.5 months. Merrick Garland's been in there for like just over 3 months. Things will get done. Things will get done. I did a reading, Michelle Mabel, right at the start, actually, about Merrick Garland. So, yeah. Hi, Michelle Peterson. The FBI app. All the information organ. Nobody is perfect. I have an idea that I don't know who announced that thing about that case. Was it Merrick Garland or was it somebody else? It's false news. False news. May settle out of court. Yeah. It might be that Trump might have to settle out of court. Who announced that? That's the question that is in my mind. Was it Merrick Garland who got up there and said, oh, we're going to continue to represent him? Or was it somebody else? DOJ information. Jean Carroll. Not Garland, yeah. One day ago. Now, that is going to get stomped on. There's going to be
Livet er ikke en lige linje.
Sorry guys, hang on a moment.
Af og til kan et godt råd på det rigtige tidspunkt være mere værd, end du tror. Hos Venliv investerer vi i personlig rådgivning og giver løbende...
We'll get rid of that. Yeah, that's gonna get stomped on. Somebody's gonna get their butt kicked. Honestly, that a storm in a teacup. Yes, Jean Carroll is probably going to settle for a settlement because it's going to have to be Trump, because he's not going to get the DOJ. It's not going to continue. Current DOJ. I'll tell you what, that is somebody. Yeah, there's going to be some. Members to AG Garland of the DOJ requested that he reverse his decision. I cannot see this going on. I can see it getting stomped on. It's just, you know, an official letter. When did they send that letter? Was it before Monday or after? There's a lot going on here. It'll get sorted out. Yesterday. They sent a letter yesterday. And it's Wednesday, so yesterday, yeah. Yeah, it's going to take a while before it's anybody's Justice Department, because things have to be sorted out. And yeah, state your anger on the thing and let people know that, yeah, this is the People's Justice Department, not the president. And, you know, so, yeah. But it will get sorted out. They sent it to Congress. Okay. There's more going to happen with that thing. It's going to get sorted out, but I think it's going to get messier before it gets better. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Apparently it was just the type of pants he was wearing. He wasn't wearing them backwards. What's up with Trump's pants? Oh, earthquakes. We'll have a look at earthquakes first, hey? Now, I have an idea too that something like that decision is going to be upheld. And it's like, there could be method behind the madness there. And DOJ has precedent to say, look, you know, this cannot happen. It's been proven in it, you know, it's been slapped down in a court of law. It cannot happen. So you can't do it if anyone tries in the future. So it's, I don't know. I just think that it is going to get sorted out. I do think there's some method behind things, but not sure what. Okay? With that thing. It's like, proving a point or some sort. I don't know. It's like, you know, it's going to get slapped down time and time again. And it will be like, then they can put it in as firm guidelines, you know, or firm restrictions. Yeah. Oh, is there going to be record heat in Texas this summer? Yeah, let's have a look at some things. Let's see. Record heat in Texas this summer. Let's have a look. Record heat a lot across a lot of places. We've got the Fool, we've got Five of Pentacles, we've got support. I feel like, yes, and it's going to show that, again, Texas is not going to be prepared and to be able to help the infrastructure. Texas's infrastructure is up the party. Deals. Yeah, people are going to be upset. They're going to be justifiably upset. Possibly even some deals are going to be brought to light that are going to end up in the courts with some people put in jail. Wow. We saw how poorly Texas's infrastructure dealt with cold. It's going to fall down again with the heat. So please, guys, if you're in Texas, do as much as you can. The power grid's not going to be able to cope again. Why did they send Charles Flynn to a job in Hawaii? That'll get sorted out. I think there's another reason too. I think it's to well and truly establish that this can't be done, you know. And I just think that it's gonna work out. Oh yes, there's definitely a Trump loyalist there behind it, but maybe they're playing, I don't know, but it's going to work out. Now, why did the Pentagon send Charles Flynn to Hawaii? Cushy job. Oh yes, it was. You know that offhand, get him out of the limelight? Yep, out in the cold. It's a position. Very mercenary. Legal. What went through my mind is this is the sort of position that people get given when they're being out of the way till retirement. Getting him out of the way, yeah, because they don't want things repeating him. So they've offered him a nice cushy position because he's been causing hassles. He's out of the limelight, and it's a deal. It is a deal. He's not wanted in the Pentagon, and I do think that Biden doesn't really have any say about who is and who is not in the Pentagon. But Biden may have said something to the Secretary of Defense that it might be better if he's elsewhere and see what you can do. But really it was up to the Secretary of Defense and the Joint Chiefs of Staff. They've decided that they've been looking at it for a while. They've been looking at it since 1/6 actually. But these positions don't always just open up. I think they had been looking around for the position, one that would open up. So, yeah, it is. Will Charles Flynn get discovered to have helped with the insurrection? Yeah, he did have a hand in it in some way, and not, I think, in the not in the National Guard end of it. In inaction, sort of like involvement in action. Yeah, it'll come out. It'll come out. That's one of the reasons I think he's been sent to Hawaii. And also his brother's comment. The other thing was his brother's comments. They don't need that sort of crap. And yeah, he was asked about his brother's comments, and he was sent there to get out of the way. Okay, Mnuchin. What's happening with Mnuchin? Let's have a look here. Oh, he's in a bit of, not sure what I'm doing, not sure where I'm going. Ooh, money. Past, something about the past affecting him. Well, he was Treasury Secretary. Trump, hiding things for Trump. Oh, spy. His future is very disappointing for him. Why? Because he's made mistakes over and over. The eventual outcome for Mnuchin, oh, he's going to have to, they're going to subpoena him in Congress. Will he end up going to jail? Let's have a look. He's definitely going to be out in the cold. He's going to have to talk about deals. Oh, big changes for him. Irreversible changes for him. I think he's going to avoid jail, but he's never ever going to be able to hold another commission thing. Hi, Feisty Butterfly Tarot. How are you? Hi, Hope Green. The IRS leaker. Will he be caught for exposing? Yep, Michelle Mabel, I'm going to have a look at that now. Oh, no, I don't think Mark Milley's going to be there for long. He's going to be replaced, Mark Milley, so don't stress on that. It takes time to clean house, especially when there's every corner is filled with grot. You know, I know that my house is IRS leaker. Let's have a look. Will the IRS leaker be discovered? Oh yeah. Yeah, they'll be discovered. At the very least, they're going to have their jobs suspended. They could end up, actually even in real trouble, in legal jeopardy there. Suspended sentence, having some, they could end up in some legal trouble there, possibly even having a suspended sentence. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Came with hubby. With his, he was given it a long time ago. It did have some glasses with it, but you know, as the way with glasses, things. And I've got a chakra pendant hanging on it. Yeah, with the different chakra stones, which is I bought for myself a while ago. I've got some iced coffee here. Give hubby a break from fixing me. Not revealing Trump taxes because he's a Trump supporter. Or they are a Trump supporter. Hi, Tara S. Thank you, Michelle Mabel. Yeah, there's other questions there. Somebody asked earlier about earthquakes, of course. Sorry, we'll get back to that. They will, but it's going to take a while. Hubby's fine, thank you. Yeah. Okay, earthquakes. Are there going to be earthquakes? Hi, Mary Fanus. All ready for the solar eclipse? I so, yeah. Where's your... He's in the front room watching stuff. So, yeah. I might get a different deck out for this. I don't feel like a... Hi, Yvonne Dendy. Hello. I don't feel like the traditional Rider Waite is the right one for this. So I'll just... Go Women of Science Tarot. I'm looking at scientific things here. So I'm going to get the Women of Science Tarot, which is absolutely awesome. Let's have a look. Oh. Hi, Sandra Henderson. Thank you very much for that lovely comment. Everyone who knows me knows that laughter is an important part of my life, important part of my philosophy. Oh, Tara S., I am so sorry to hear that. Thoughts and prayers out to the Tara S.'s friends, family, Tara S. and the family and friends of her co-worker or a friend who just died. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, let's have a look at seismic things, all things seismic at the moment. First, we'll look at the Pacific Rim, which is, of course, all around Oh. That is so terribly bad. That's big hugs. It's good that autistic brother has someone there for him. So many people, yes, things are improving with COVID, but people are still dying. If any of you know of some organisations, whether you're in Australia or the UK or Europe or in America, if any of you know of some organisations that can help with people and families who are losing people, please feel free to post those links here or to post it in the comments for this video. Please feel free to do that, okay? Where it's an organisation that might help with any sorts of things. If you know any organisations, please feel free to post the links in the comment here or in the comments later on. Hello, sweetheart. He's here. He's here. Michelle Mabel, he's here. Oh, yeah. Hi, Annie.
How's it going, Bob?
It's going good. We'll probably go a bit longer.
Good. Enjoy.
Lots of hearts from Michelle Mabel.
Lovely. Yeah.
You better save me a bun. I need at least 2 buns because I've only had 1.
Yeah, there's 2 left, please.
Thank you. Yeah, so if you do know of some organisations which can help get some of these families on their feet, back on their feet, or help in any way, please feel free to post the links here in the chat or in comments later on. And that includes everyone watching later. Okay, now let's see. Seismic around the Pacific Rim. 9 of Pentacles. Things are okay at the moment. I'm pretty sure that's Pentacles. They've got symbols there. Oh, no, 9 of Cups. So this is the nano symbol, and that's Cups. So 9 of Cups, and that's Mildred Dresselhaus, physicist and engineer. Astro, right, okay. So this is, well, yes, there's always seismic activity. Yeah. We've got a physicist and an electrical engineer here, Mildred Dresselhaus. But this also tells me that people are keeping an eye on things, that ever watchful. Don't let financial hardship stop you from pursuing what you love. Now, we're looking at scientific happenings. What's happening seismically funding is for so many scientific areas. Funding is always an option. So, but despite lack of things at times, people are still persevering. They're still looking. They're still finding. They're still monitoring. So, yeah. The Empress. There's the energy. Seasons past. Cyclical. Where this Empress is it because it's got the showing the seasons, the cycle of seasons there, and time passing and all that, and it's like it could be a seismic cycle. I don't know if there's such a thing as seismic cycles, but if there is, we're going through one at a moment, something that's one's coming up. We've just been through one. In the future, the world. Yeah, that marries in with the Empress, with the cycles. The world. It's like we're at the end of one cycle and we're going into another. Night, Laura Carlson. The Chariot. Movement, of course, momentum, building momentum. The Chariot can be building momentum. So it looks like there could be two Astro, two of Swords. Yeah, there's where momentum is building and getting towards a tipping point where things are going to happen. So don't be surprised if it's time for some things to let go. So there'll be points, and we're looking at the Pacific Rim at the moment, and the full circle, and there are areas there where the momentum is building up, and yes, it's getting to time for that energy of release, into that cycle of energy of release. And where will they be? Somebody asked about the San Andreas Fault, Tiger with Joe. Hi, J Cat Lady. San Andreas Fault. I am using the Women of Science Tarot. Women of Science Tarot here. Edited by, well, it's written by quite a lot of women, edited by Leon Disher-Becker, illustrated by Matteo Farinella, and designed by Alan Lasser. Yep. So, yeah. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Bali. It is a cool deck. San Andreas Fault. Let's have a look at there. What's going on there? Social psychologist. That is the macro. Yep. So that is the 5 of Pentacles. Out in the cold. Not necessarily San Andreas Fault. We've got the Queen of Swords, Annie Easley, mathematician and computer scientist. Numbers, looking at the numbers. The 10 of Micro, which is the 10 of Wands, a burden. Helen Rodriguez Trias, pediatrician and women's rights activist. The 5 of Macro, or the 5 of Pentacles, was Mamie Phipps Clark, who is a social psychologist. Burden. The King of Nano, which is the King of Wands. Marie Curie is here, chemist and physicist. Physics. So we've got burden, possibly release of a burden. There might be some activity on the San Andreas fault. Ultimate outcome, 7 of Nano, 7 of Cups. Jean Bartik, a programmer. Might be a bit puzzling at times, a little bit of not what's expected. And maybe some of it might be misleading. But there's no major arcana here, so there's nothing major that's going to happen on the San Andreas fault. One's build up of a burden. And some release of burden. So, yeah, look, there's going to be some activity. But I don't know if there's going to be anything big, anything, major. I mean, any seismic activity is something to be, there might be some damage here and there. But, yeah. Now, let's have a look. I got tsunami went through my head. Tsunami. Is there going to be a tsunami? The Knight of Water, the Knight of Nano, so Knight of Cups. Marjorie Lee Brown, a mathematician and educator. Janaki Amal is a botanist, and she's the Knight of Pentacles. Bertha Parker, archaeologist. She is the 3 of Pentacles. Yes. I think there might be a tsunami that could affect at least 3 countries. Will Jared be indicted before his book comes out? That's interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that'll be interesting. So that's a little look at some of the natural occurrences around. Let's go back and look at some Trump stuff. Trump is coming to Texas in December. Will he cause trouble? We'll certainly try. have a look here. Trump in Texas will cause trouble, and will Jared be indicted before his book comes out? How he saved America. Tara S, that cat, he's chosen you. Okay. Trump in Texas. Will he cause trouble in Texas? He's going to try, but there's going to be some changes. Something's going to happen in Texas while he's there. Money, legacy, I believe. And the Queen of Cups. It's going to wake a lot of people up. It's going to show him up for the false knight he is. There is going to be trouble in Texas, but it's going to be for him. Wow. Surprising news. News about money. The Judgment card, waking up and smelling the roses. 9 of Cups. Abuse. He's not. Honestly, it's. When is he supposed to be going to Texas? Being pregnant won't stop Ivanka from going to jail if she gets sentenced. Well, I don't know, but there's definitely going to be something. I don't think he's even going to get to Texas. I think this tower is before he has a chance to get there. Don't be so sure he's going to get to Texas, guys. Jared, will Jared be indicted before his book is released? I could self-publish. Is Jared going to be indicted before he can publish his book? Looks like it. We've got the 7 of Pentacles, assessment, reap what you sow, with the 3 of Wands, which is consequences for actions. We've got the Queen of Swords being called forth to answer for your actions. The 4 of Cups, an offer he does not want. Page of Wands, somebody talking about his actions. Ooh. The Hanged Man in suspension, things frozen. Ooh. Chaos. Chaos in his life. The Knight of Wands, investigative chaos. Family money, family legacy. Oh. Retiring into the background. Yeah. Oh, big changes. Tower moments for Jared. Oh, boy. He's going to try and gaslight. Oh, something to do with his father-in-law as well. Yeah. Indictments are coming. Yes, he does have that hotel for sale. Okay. Wow. Governor Abbott, is he going to get voted out? Will there be a Democratic governor of Texas next year? Will the Texas governor's mansion be blue? Ace of Swords. 9 of Wands. The Star card. It's going to cut through some crap. Going to be a bit of a battle there. Hope, yes. Strength and coming strong, but there's still going to be a battle. But yeah, look, it looks like past mistakes. Looks like it could be a Democratic governor. Looks like Abbott could be ousted by a Democrat next year. It will have a bit of a battle, but this is definitely Abbott's line. He's going to be in battle. Mistakes, paying for the thing. So yeah, Beto, I don't know. Is he considering a run? Okay. Will it be Beto O'Rourke? If Beto runs, will he win? Let's have a look. If Beto runs, will he win? Magician, Judgment, 7 of Cups. Yeah, I think he could win. There's the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords here. Restrictive. At least one of the houses is going to be, one if not both the houses will be Republican, so he might be restricted in some of the things he can get done, but we'll see. But I just think at least one of the houses is going to turn blue. Stacey Abrams run for governor of Georgia again. No, I don't think she will. I think she feels that's behind her and she has other things to do. But I could be wrong. Not just Houston, it's Harris County. I can see, I just got buses. I can see businesses in Harris County. There's going to be a lot of businesses who are going to say, right, we're going to have, you know, we're going to shut down for this day. And we chartered buses and, you know, go and vote. We'll take people down to vote they'll do it over the process of several days and charter buses. Some might even say, look, we're not going to, you know, we'll still pay you for that day. Yeah. Ow! I've done that before. Dropped off to sleep and whacked myself in the head with whatever I was holding. Night, Linda B. Just got to do something. Something is driving me nuts here. There we go. We'll just close that down. Oops. There we go. I'm back. Hello to everyone who's watching as well. Yeah, going for a bit longer today. Anyway, go to the 3 hour mark, okay? So another 20 minutes. You can watch later, JCat lady. You know, I don't mind if you need to go to bed. What time it is here? It is 12 minutes to 12. 12 minutes to midday. So yeah, 11:48 a.m. Well, thank you for that lovely comment, Tara F. Okay. Let's yeah, same 2 hours behind you, Rodell. You're in Queensland, aren't you? And let's have a look at what can we look at. Will New South Wales win the next match? Yes! Woohoo! Next state of origin. We're going to win that too. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, she's needed out. Stacey Abrams is needed out there in the trenches, basically. Let's see. Who else got a question? Will it be a clean sweep? Oh, let's see. Will New South Wales win all 3 state of origin matches? Yes! Wow! Let's hope that. Let's hope that's not wishful thinking, but yes. What is Ivanka up to? Trying to distance herself from her father. She is in trouble. She's making deals. She's been talking to people about actions. In the future, there's sunshine here, but is that exposure or good stuff for her? The truth coming out, that's the reason for the sun, exposure. Oh, consequences for her actions is the outcome. Judgment is the outcome. Where she's getting ready to, yeah, she's talking to lawyers. Yeah. Offer she doesn't want, yeah. She's in a lot more trouble than she's letting on. Banshee girlfriend breakup. Oh, she'll leave him as soon as he's in legal trouble. That's it, yeah. She won't stick around. Is she going to move to Saudi Arabia? Interesting. They're a lie. The reason they're not running for office is because they put out the feelers. They got told, no, one Trump is enough. Is Ivanka going to move to Saudi Arabia? Well, she's certainly, yeah, she's talking to people about it, but it's going to come out. That's it. It's going to be exposed. I don't think she's going to be able to resource it. Yeah. I think she's going to try, but it's not going to work. Two birthdays, lucky guy. Yeah, no, yeah. The minute Don Jr. gets indicted, she's out the door. Seriously? Eric's wife and Tiffany fooling around with Secret Service guys. Are they? Are they? Let's have a look. Okay, we'll get a little bit salacious here. How's Harry's and Meghan's marriage? It's fine. It's fine. It's a lot stronger than some people would hope it is. That's not to say that they don't have bumpy times ahead. But for the moment and for the foreseeable future, it's fine, their marriage. You saw it on Twitter. So it's Lara Trump and Tiffany fooling around with Secret Service guys. Oh, well, somebody's manipulating things and juggling things. Here's the two again. Strategy. Is it the truth? Well, it looks like it could be. Well, they're playing with fire. Resolution. This could end a marriage. This could be the end of one journey and the beginning of another. If it's Lara, it's going to, you know, out of control. We've got 4 high impact cards so far. 5. Ooh, it's going to lead. Well, one of them is fooling around. I do feel like it's Lara. I don't know that it's Tiffany. The Secret Service is going to get cleaned out. If that gossip is true, if one of them is fooling around, it looks like it could be true for one of them. I'd say probably Lara. The Secret Service needs to clean out. Yeah. She was on a show the other day, and I think she was actually saying something not supportive of Trump, but I didn't really take much notice. So, is there a split? Is Lara Trump turning on daddy-in-law? Ooh, she's juggling it. Mama Bear coming out. I think she could flip. Ooh, there's definitely been some change in the dynamic. She's preparing to put boundaries around herself and probably her kids. Family. I just got protective Mama Bear. And there's definitely been a big change in the relationship there. She could be. Oh, this FBI app. Can somebody tell me more about it, please? Is it a tip line sort of app? Somebody asked earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't answer the question, will it lead to organised crime? I don't know what it's about, But did this FBI job app do the job? Now, they did catch some deals happening. So it did the job, but you know what? I think there's might be some legal jeopardy here. It might not be deemed legal. Yeah. I think it'll be okay. But there's going to be some things they're not going to be able to use. Ah, okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, there's going to be some legal issues over that. Okay. Because it could be entrapment. So there's going to be, yeah, I think it might backfire a bit. Yeah, no, there's legal jeopardy involved with that, entrapment issues. Yeah. One thing if they issue the phones to their agent, it's another to sell them. The FBI can't act internationally, so there is a lot of problems. Because Ghislaine Maxwell, what's going on with her? Oh, she's feeling in jeopardy at the moment. She's really feeling in jeopardy at the moment. She's looking towards the King of Cups in the past. She's got some conflict ahead of her. In the past, she was feeling emotionally safe and stable, but not at the moment. Yeah, it's pretty ingenious, but it's also basically illegal. A, that they sold it internationally, which they're not allowed to do, and B, it's a form of entrapment. So, yeah. So she's really feeling conflict at the moment. Investigations. Because of the investigations, feeling threatened. Her future's a minor celebration, maybe a movement to a safer place. Minor victory. Talking. Helping investigators. Yeah, I think they might move her to a safer place. But she has to talk. She has to give them something. Oh, I'm not gonna read on who the informant was. That could put them in danger. Okay, guys, going to wrap it up now. I've just got a couple of minutes left. So I hope everyone stays well. I'll be back on Sunday unless something big happens. Let's have this very quickly, last couple of minutes. I think I might get a different deck to ask this question. Is there anything big coming in the next few days? Is there something big coming in the next few days? Let's see. Well, there's definitely something. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles is going to require work. Something that's going to catch us a bit on unawares. Relationships will be involved. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Resultant from gaslighting, Knight of Wands, investigators. Oh, somebody could be caught. Deals and quid pro quos, the High Priestess, secrets coming out, and the Magician. Bang, it's like it's going to come out of nowhere and it's going to be, wow. So we're going to have to wait and see who that all involves or what that all involves. But yeah, look out for something maybe big happening. Okay, I'm going to sign off now. Tiger Weiss, okay, if you want to book a reading with me, it is at, hang on, I'll just type it here. Right. Gmail. Make sure that's right. footprinttarot@gmail.com. You can email me there and I can then send you information about how to book and how it works. So, yep. Okay. It's been lovely, of course, spending time with you guys. As always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay strong. Okay. Love you all. Bye-bye.